Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Let's start our class today with a prayer together. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Guru Preceptors, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswarji, beloved Master Paramhansa Yogananda ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet and we ask thy blessings on our lives as we attune our will, our energy, our strength, our inspiration to thee. Om Shanti, Shanti. Let's start with a song, then an excerpt from a talk by Swami Kriyanandaji. Welcome again, everybody.
The green summer fade and winter draw near. My Lord, in your presence I live without fear. Through tempest, through snows, through turbulent of your hand is my strength and my guide. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. The dancers will pass, the singing must end. I welcome the darkness with you for my friend. The green summer fade and winter draw near. My Lord, in your presence I live without fear. Through tempest, through snows, through turbulent tide, the touch of your hand is my strength and my guide. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. The dancers will pass, the singing must end. I welcome the darkness with you for my friend. Therefore, act in the right way, and that means don't be attached to the fruits of your action. But then also, I found it very helpful to let my interaction with other people be a test for my own freedom from ego. For example, if they insult me, I thank them. There was one time in San Francisco, there was a big spiritual function for the new Zen Roshi and at their temple. And I was there, and afterwards I was talking outside with a young woman. And after a certain time, I asked her her name, and she told me, and she says, "What is your name?" I said, "Swami Kriyananda." "Swami Kriyananda, but you're famous." And I said, "Well, maybe, but why do you say that word, but?" And she said, "Well, all the other famous people I've ever met seemed important." Well, I knew what she meant, but I was absolutely delighted to be considered unimportant. You just don't matter in this world. Don't let people, don't look for flattery, don't look for praise. Just say that he is doing it all through me. The more you can do that, the more you will find a very interesting fact, that you can do things much better than if you're doing them with your ego. When I was young and I wanted to write, I would beat my brain out trying to think of something to say. But when I became a devotee of God and entered the spiritual path and following my guru, I found that thought that he urged me to develop of God being the doer made it possible for me to do a great deal more. He could inspire me as my ego never could. Your ego is your worst enemy. You must work to overcome it. And as I said, when people talk slightingly to you, when they insult you, and when they praise you also, don't take that praise personally. Just say, God is the doer.
Good morning again, friends. I'd like to start with the reading today from In Divine Friendship on this topic of Maya takes control, pitfalls on the path. This is Swami Kriyanandaji writing to someone. No one is going to tell you what to do. However, in matters like these, it isn't reason that rules. One thinks to reason things out carefully. Meanwhile, however, Maya takes control. Please believe me, for I've seen this drama play out at many times. I myself might have left the path many years ago if I hadn't acted simply with love for God, instead of trying to reason my way to clarity. Master himself told me that's how things would have worked out. The matter runs deeper than reason. Divine Mother won't allow those to stay at Ananda whose hearts are divided on such issues. I say these things not to try to force you in any way, but because I love you. What saved me was the awareness that Master loved me and that I loved him. Clarity came later. I love you. Ask yourself this simple question. Do those people love you? Do they even care about you? They care only about themselves. Most important, ask yourself, do I want to be like them? This is a very important topic, and I have several things to go over with you. But I want to start by saying that it's a battle all the way. It's not easy, but Master said the worldly path is much more difficult than the spiritual path. You see people coming onto the path at the beginning, very happy, joyful, they so inspired, and they give their whole heart to it. They do everything, all the practices and all. Who stays till the end is really the question. And really, it's combat with all of your delusions, with Maya, with your wrong attitudes, with your bad habits, with different things that are blocking you and holding you back. And every saintly person, every seeker, every true seeker, everybody, not just on the path, there'll always be tests, one after another. As Swamiji said, you get rid of one and you face its friend, he said in one of his songs. And so you can't be spared. I was remembering how St. Anthony of the Desert, he was tested continuously by, and what I want to say is clearly, it's a dark force. It's a satanic force. It's trying to keep you from moving forward on your path, trying to keep you from finding God. We're in the world of Maya. There's good, there's bad, there's up, there's down, there's light, there's dark, and we're trying to be in the light, live in the light, go towards the light. And I believe the more you're trying to go forward, the more the darkness is trying to push you off your path. There's an actual force, and I'm sure you have felt it. And anyway, at the end of St. Anthony's, um, his trials, he was calling out to Christ, why didn't you come before? I've been praying to you all these years. And the answer was from Christ, Anthony, I was just the same with you. Now, this is very important, meaning he was there all the time. But we give in to moods, we give in to low energy, we give in to laziness or whatever it is. And also, St. Teresa of Avila, she said something very interesting. I was quoting this myself just recently when she went through a divine test and she saw a vision of Christ after that test, and she said, he said to her, "Don't worry, Teresa. This is how I treat all of my friends." And she said, "Oh, my Lord, that's why you have so few." And so what happens at the beginning, there's a lot of people, a lot of energy, everybody's up for going the distance. And then at the end, it just fewer and fewer people. But Master said our percentages are better. When he quoted from the Gita, out of 1,000, one seeks me, and out of those 1,000 who seek me, perhaps one knows me. And Master said, but our percentages are better. But we have to really work for it. It's not going to come easily. And I'll go over some of these different delusions that I was thinking of today. First of all, to keep in mind that Swamiji himself said Washington was like a hotel. People were checking in, people were checking out, they were going through many tests. Mr. Quaran, Master said to him that I've seen you many lifetimes, something like that, that I haven't, I've lost you. But now that I found you again, I won't lose you again. This is very interesting because Swamiji said it wasn't Master who lost the disciple. The disciple went off on his own, and there were people there. Master said if one person, he told him, don't leave now, don't leave. He pleaded with them. And he said, if you leave now, it'll take you 200 lifetimes to come back to this place that you're at now. And the guy left. So even the guru sitting there pleading with them not to leave. Another person, he said of this woman, if she had stayed 24 more hours, she would have finished that karma forever. And I remember myself, I was at Ananda just not having a nice time, and suddenly something just pulled me off. And I was gone for some years working out delusions. And so it's not something you think, oh, I'm safe. Master said you're not safe until you're in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Suddenly some karma comes up and it just sweeps you right off. And there you find yourself and you go, what happened? What happened? I took discipleship, I took Kriya, I've been at the center, and suddenly some karma just sweeps you away. So I want to go through some of the main common delusions. The first one is doubt. Doubt about the teachings, doubt about the teacher, doubt about the organization, doubt your own self-doubt. Swamiji, Master Sot Swamiji, you were eaten up by doubts in other lives. And Swamiji said in this life, he had to become a teacher so he could work out all of the doubts that he had for many other reasons he taught. I mean, he saved all of us, but that doubt, he was eaten up by doubts. And we have to keep thinking positively, keep moving in a positive direction. You remember the story of Swamiji, Master walked by him and he said, well, how are you today, Walter? And he's what he called him, and Swamiji says, well, and Master just said, that's good. He didn't want to go into that. And so for all of us, we have to be positive, energetic, enthusiastic. We have to say yes to life, no matter what's happening. It can, and it does look doubtful many times. You go through that and you wonder, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to have more energy? How am I going to get through this test? How am I going to make this happen? Doubt, 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 and doubt. And doubt is a delusion. Now, how do you go up against doubt? Put out more energy. Make things happen. Work it out, plan it out, figure it out, move, get the energy moving instead of thinking, 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 and thinking. Thinking can't get you out of doubt. Energy and movement can get you out of doubt. And so that's one to think of. And another wonderful thing, Mass Swamiji said, this is such a beautiful one. He said, also, when I learned to love my guru, the doubts disappeared. So, love, just opening your heart, helps the doubts to disappear. The next one is an interesting one, negativity. That one form of negativity is always being in problem consciousness, that this is a problem. I can't do it because I don't have the energy, or I can't do it, it's too late, or it's sunny, or it's hot, or and there's so many things. Always thinking of why I can't. And this is difficult. Master told Swamiji at a certain point, he said, Walter, I'm thinking of sending you to India. And look what's happening now. We're all here in India. He said, I'm thinking of sending you to India. And then Swamiji thought, oh gosh, if I go to India, then I won't be with my guru. And so Master saw him later. He says, no more moods now, Walter. May no more negativity, no more moods, because how can you help people? And so moodiness, low energy, any kind of negativity, being overly emotional, anger, all of these are blocks and they pull you in a negative direction. And that negativity, I remember people at Ananda village, as soon as they got negative, seemed like they start leaving as soon as the energy turned negative. So we have to fight against that. Another is Swamiji talked about this as self-importance. And I have to say, I see this a lot that people say, oh, yes, I'm this, and that's my car over there. I just got it in my house. Where do you live? What's your address? What does it matter what your address is? And which college did you go to? And my kids go, they're in America and they study here and there and whatever. It goes on and on about how important you are. And how do you get out of that? By, of course, meditation, but serving others, giving to others, letting go. As Swamiji said in that talk just now, just let go. People insult you, which they do every day. There's no glamour, there's no glory in this life. I don't find it. And honestly, I feel really in my heart is the and in your heart, I'm sure you feel it. That's the deepest relationship you can have. Nobody, and I mean nobody has a perfect love for you except for God. And so you can try to make everything important around you, but it falls apart at the end. And you find that the only importance is honestly that you love God and God loves you. And the next one is, well, to finish that one, Swamiji would often tell us to say, God is the doer. Whatever you do, you teach yoga. Why do you have to be an important yoga teacher? You teach level 1 or 2 in the Sangha. Why does it have to be so important? I just don't get it. just always see the Divine Mother speaking. She's singing, she's playing the music, she's acting in the play. That's what I loved about this play in Gargan, Two Penniless Boys in Brindaban. That was so sweet that people didn't have any ego. They were just playing the part and they did it so well. And I think they did it well because there wasn't, look at me, look how well I'm playing the part. Forget about yourself. And how do you forget about yourself? Think about God. Think about others. It's not easy, but if you ask Divine Mother to help you, she will help you. was remembering one humorous story of, oh, it's getting late, but Master had this disciple who thought he was looking good. He was handsome and all that. And I think he was I think he was a teacher, but anyway, at a festival, Master put a turban on him and he wound it himself, put it on himself, and he had it so that it was kind of hanging off on one side over one ear, and the longer he was there, the more it was sort of sliding off, and so I always find Divine Mother, she corrects you. You think you're important, you think what you're doing is important. I mean, it's not. And so she will find a way to correct you if you don't correct yourself. And the next one is laziness. Now, this is an interesting one that what makes you lazy? Well, a lot of things. Not doing the practices, not energizing, not getting exercise, poor diet, eating too much makes you lazy, eating too many sweets, watching television all the time, watching your favorite show that comes on every day or whatever it is, it just brings your energy down. And then you get someone asks you to come serve at the center. No, I can't do it. I've got something else. And someone says, well, why don't you help me? No, I don't think it. And you just see this laziness, energy. You can't get up in the mornings. You're too tired at night to meditate. But just think of the things in your life that pull your energy down and just start one by one, just cutting them out. The best way, you can't become a saint overnight, but you can work on yourself, work on the thoughts you think that are wrong. They're creating laziness. Let's face it. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't like her. Oh, I don't like him. It's just sapping your energy and your aura diminishes. And then suddenly you have no aura. And so really think about laziness isn't just I don't want to go out and take a walk. It's like, can are you awake and ready? Do you have energy flowing? Do you have Master Shakti flowing? Do you have power flowing through your body and your brain? Are you up, positive, energetic, enthusiastic? And so that's another one. I have two more. I hope I can get through these. One is not listening. Now, here's the thing. Master said Rajasi found God because he learned to listen. How many people don't listen? Swamiji said, I mean, he would counsel people, and I can say I tried my best to listen to everything he said. I mean, even now, but I mean personal counsel, that he didn't talk much to you. You just had to kind of observe, feel, look in the eyes, a vibration. It wasn't that he sat down and people want long hours of counseling. I never got that. And all the time I knew Swamiji, was with him 40 years or something. Maybe 15 minutes altogether, he spoke to me about things about myself that I need to work on. So it wasn't like he's, oh, you need this, you need that, you need that. But you had to listen with your heart. You had to feel and try to change yourself. And there were two disciples of Master who Master told them to come to visit him as often as they could. One came all the time, one never came. Master said, look at him, he's bogging down. He doesn't know why, but it's because he doesn't come. He didn't listen. And so for all of us, people say, oh, Master has told me. I look at the picture of Master and he tells me what to do. Really? I mean, I wouldn't trust that. Also, ask other people who've been around longer than you, wiser than you. Ask your teachers, ask the acharyas. Don't just rely on your intuition that's not developed to just think master's telling you what to do. So here again, it's an egoic thing. I know what to do. And when you get in enough messes and disasters, you start asking other people. The last thing is listening to other teachers. Swamiji talked about inspiration versus instruction. You can go for inspiration. I go for inspiration to the talks of Master and Swamiji, to the books of Master and Swamiji, to Jyotish and Deviji's blogs. But you can go and listen to others, but instruction should be kept to your path specifically. There are many stories. One wonderful one, Nayaswami Devi, that she went to a talk of someone. And I mean, I'm saying this because I heard people at Ananda, India, doing the same thing, at least one person. And so she went and she said it was a wonderful talk. And she was newer on the path, but she was with Swamiji and not at the place, but being guided by him. And then at the end of the talk, the man said, now I'll give a mantra. And she thought, yeah, I already have a mantra. I'm gonna get another mantra. But so she said, out of respect, she went up there and she told the teacher, well, I have a mantra. I don't. He said, it's all right. They're all the same, you know. So he gave her a mantra, and she went back. She told Swamiji, and he said, find time for you to tell me now. I mean, he was guiding her. Why would you get another mantra? Why would you go get another technique? Why would you take Kriya again from somebody else? It just somebody who's not on this path, another line. I remember this two more examples I had. This astrologer in Singapore. He was a nice fellow. Um, but he was, at the center, he was giving some guidance. And me and my friend, we thought, well, okay, let's go. I mean, he's there. And boy, it was a huge mistake, huge mistake. I went and listened to him. He says, your path is not India. This was like 10 years ago. You won't be in India. You'll be doing something else. And told my friend all these horrible things. And I honestly, if I hadn't had Jyotish and Daviji with me there saying, why did you listen to him? He's wrong. He just said he's wrong, period. I wouldn't even be in India still. Listening to somebody else. It wasn't somebody who had, I should have listened to. And one other man who had totally misguided me, he was at Ananda. He was misguiding everybody. And I said, oh, he must know what he's saying. And this is how people say it. And I remember I was just going on a totally wrong way. And Swamiji, I asked him about it. Said to me in a loud voice, he's no saint. Why are you listening to him? Even if he was a saint, I shouldn't have been listening to him. I should have been listening to Master and Swamiji, our own line of gurus. So be careful that way and not just open-minded. So, and Swamiji told someone that and our pet, don't be so open-minded that your brains fall out. And I would say that you just completely lose yourself. So these are some of the common delusions. There are many others. The main three masters said are wine, money, and sex. And you see people just get pulled out completely. But there are many, many, many others, I can tell you. And so how can we guard against them? Keep your sadhana strong, morning and evening. Keep your energization strong. Keep with the right company. Be in satsangs. People who are negative or draw you out or draw you in one way or another, cut them out of your life as best as you can. Read the books that we have. Listen to the talks. I hear these talks of Swamiji on a daily basis. He's my teacher. I want to hear him. I need to hear him. Listen to Master's talks. Be with the acharyas. Come to the satsangs. Come to spiritual renewal. Come to Kriya as much as you can. And come to get blessings as much as you can. And when you're having a hard time, pray to Master. Help me. Don't let me get sunk into delusion. Help me. Take me by the hand. Let me walk through this test, this delusion into the light with you. God bless you all. And I'll ask Nitendra to join now on the screen.
Thank you so much, Dhanaji, for the
Thank you.
sharing. Just a few questions, Dhanaji. The first one is, as you said, we feel awake, energetic by energization and meditation techniques. But how should we stay away from having spiritual pride?
Serve, be with people who are humble, who don't have spiritual pride. Don't be around a lot of people who are adoring you all the time. Oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, I love your talk. I love you. Just say, cut. Be with people who are realistic. Be with people who are going to help you spiritually and not pull you more into delusion by praise and all of these things. If you're with the right company, I would say that's half the battle, being with the right people.
Thank you, Dhanaji. The next one, Dhanaji, is you also gave a lot of examples. So, do people fall after being on the spiritual path even for years? And do they ever come back also?
I came back, and some are slips and some are falls, hard falls. A slip isn't a fall, but you could slip away for some years. And I saw someone recently who said, "Oh, I hadn't seen her for so long. I mean, many years." She said, "Oh, I haven't come for a while." I said, "A while? I haven't seen you here for many years." And so people do come back, but do they come back to stay? Or they tap in, they check in and check out again or whatever. So you've got to be with strong people who've been on the path a long time. That's what got me through many delusions. Strong people on the path a long time because they've gone through many tests, still going through, but gone through many that you will have to face, and they can help you. I told one friend of mine in San Francisco House, Ananda, in the 80s, I said, if you ever seeing me going in a wrong direction, pull me back on the path, no matter what. So you have to have people who are going to pull you back, not pamper you and baby you. People want to be babied. Like Master told this one disciple, he said, in public, he's my baby because I'm babying him. You don't mind me calling you that, do you? And the guy said, no, Master. You want to be babied? Be with other people. You want to find God? Be with strong people who are going to let you know you are going wrong.
Just one last question, Dhanaji. So, how can we, with all these delusions, how can we seek the protection of our masters to ensure that we do not fall back in this trap?
I think they're already protecting us. You got to protect yourself. You got to keep strong in yourself through the practices, sadhana, satsang, service, kriya, chanting, sing in the choir, be in the play. Just keep saying, what else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? Because Maya is just standing outside the door. It's by your bed every day. Don't get up. You don't want to meditate, isn't it? Energization, don't do it. It's telling you, don't go to the center. It's hot outside. It's raining. It's cold. It's just always there. And so you have to strengthen yourself. And that you see people been on the path a long time, they have a lot of Shakti flowing because they've been in battle for decades. And let's put it this way, they have won. The final analysis is you want to be victorious no matter what you go through. You're going to be beaten down, but you still get up and you keep walking forward until you see the light. It's like a long, dark tunnel. You keep walking, you see just a speck of light, like Rajasi. And then one by one for Rajasi, after he had been in a high state, one by one, that speck of light, first of all, got bigger, and each one of the gurus came to him, one by one. And then he was free. But he had to walk through that tunnel of darkness. No one can escape it. You can try, but there's just a satanic heavy force delusion, Maya. It's on the other side and it's just trying to pull you there. Keep strong in yourself. Be a warrior. Be like Arjuna and don't give up until the battle is won. God bless you.